The floor will rotate just about 2.5 times, nice and slowly.
Remember that.
Currently, it is 58 degrees on the mountain station. I'll be up there in 10 minutes.
I mean, you can, but it'll get away with it.
Yeah, I was thinking they do it.
There's a waterfall over there, Bob. And one of those boats.
Aboard the Palm Springs Aerial Tramway are new rotating tram cars providing you with 360-degree views on your way to the town. We've just left the Valley Station, an elevation of 2,643 feet above sea level. And in some 11 minutes, we'll step out into a completely different environment. The high country of Mount San Jacinto State Park and Wilderness, at an elevation of 8,516 feet above sea level. We'll travel over 2.5 miles of cable, rise well over a mile. At the top, the temperature averages some 40 degrees cooler. The wildlife will have changed, and the trees, flowers, and shrubs will be different. We'll travel over 5 towers on our journey. The tallest is 1 at 227 feet, much the same as a 21-story building. It's the only tower accessible by road. All other towers and the mountain stations had to be constructed by transporting workers and the materials to the various sites by helicopter employed in the project. For the original tramway, the helicopters flew some 23,000 flights without mishap, carrying a total of 1,200,000 pounds of materials through this rugged canyon. For the new rotating tram cars, the improvements included new cable drive system and the removal of some 1,000 cubic yards of rock. We'll see survey marks along the rock face during our trip that indicates where rock removal was required. The new cabins are the first in the Western Hemisphere to rotate 360 degrees during their travel and are the largest of their type in the world. We're now high over Chino Canyon, once the summer home of the Agua Caliente Band of Coy Indians. Since there are many streams that flow year-round, the canyon has an abundance of vegetation, including sycamore, cottonwood, alder, black maple, and a great deal of wild grapevine. To the left, or south of the tram car, is but one of the many waterfalls that is fed by runoff from the mountain. During our upward journey, we passed through a variety of different life zones, ranging from the Sonora Desert to the Alpine Fringe. It's a little like making a motor trip from Mexico to Alaska. We believe this is the only place in Southern California where this change occurs. As we approach tower number 2, at the top of the tower, you can see a 16 by 16 foot yellow helicopter platform used during construction and now used during the tram's maintenance period. Additional platforms will be seen on the remaining towers further along our journey.
We're going to swing.
As you no doubt have already noticed, we experienced a swinging motion as the tram car transitions from the track cable over the tower saddle and back to the track cable. This motion is the result of the car moving from the flexible track to the rigid tower and back to the flexible track. The original tramway was designed and built by the Von Roll Company of Bern, Switzerland, and all moving parts and cables are Swiss-made. The towers are American-made. There's a total of 27 miles of various sized cables in the support, movement, and communication of the tramway. The largest of these are the track cables upon which we ride. They weigh just under 9 pounds a foot, with each of these track cables 13,500 feet in length, therefore weighing a total of more than 61 tons. The halfway point on our trip is reached between towers 2 and 3. This happens when we pass the other
Get a better view.
downward journey. While it appears that the downward car is traveling much faster than the car, it's actually moving at exactly the same speed. It must, because both cars are tied together by the hauling cables, which move with the car. You see, the drive system at the Valley Station is pulling that car down, and in turn is pulling us up. The two cars are 34 feet apart when they pass. The Palm Springs Aerial Tramway was first conceived in the early 1930s by a young electrical engineer, the late Francis Crawford, who to this day is known as the father of the tramway. The original tramway was completed in September 1963, after some 26 months of construction at a cost of $8.5 million, all financed by the sale of revenue bonds. In April of 1998, Palm Springs Aerial Tramway contracted with the Von Roll Tramways to undertake the construction and installation of these new rotating tram cars, one of which you were riding, at a total cost of $12 million.
We are approaching Tower 3, ladies and gentlemen. For this tower, we're swinging a little bit more than the other four, so please make sure you're holding up for Tower 3.
You ready, Dad?
This is the very beginning. No tax dollars were used, and the cost of construction and the operation of the tramway depends solely on its revenue.
Oh my goodness. This is so, look at the yellow.
Oh, you see the snow?
There's no snow.
It is.
See, that's the one with the snow.
These are footprints on it.
Bigfoot.
It is between towers 3 and 4 that we reach the longest span on our journey. The cables stretch for more than half a mile. Off to the right of our travel, or north of the car, is one of the most dramatic sights of our entire trip, the majestic spire of the Chino Cathedral Rock. Visible testimony of the solid granite core of these mountains. As we continue our journey, the light zone changes become more obvious. You'll see a variety of pine trees, including pinyon, big cone, lodgepole, and blackbird. Natural residents of the high country include deer, mountain lion, fox, bobcat, raccoon, and the California gray squirrel.
Ooh, you feel the chill?
Yeah.
Well, the cool.
So was that skiable? What do you think?
I don't know.
I'm not sure if it is, but I know there were people
The smallest
who
of the
tried.
5 towers is tower number 4.
No one saw us say
located at an elevation of 7,576 feet above sea level. From there, the view is truly spectacular.
There's the Coachella Valley.
Below, you will be able to see the many desert cities of the Coachella Valley, and as far south as the Salton Sea, some 50 miles away. Off to the left of our travel is Oakland Crater, named, honored, Earl College. And to the right of our travel is San Gorgonio, at 11,499 feet, the tallest mountain in Southern California. We are nearing the end of our journey now. Within the state park and wilderness are more than 54 miles of summer hiking trails and, in winter, many miles of snowshoe cross-country ski opportunity. This is, by the way, one of the very few pristine wilderness areas in Southern California and has been designated a national monument. Moderately easy trails will be found in Long Valley, just behind and below the mountain station. For those who wish to venture beyond the mountain station, be sure to wear the proper clothing and hiking boots and foliage. Please stay on the prepared trails, so this magnificent wilderness setting may be preserved from. In the mountain station, you'll discover the top of the tram restaurant with one of the finest panoramic views of the West. A cocktail lounge is available, as well as a gift and apparel show. A video on the construction of the tramway and its renovation is shown in the small theater every 30 minutes. From the first deep snow until spring, the Adventure Center is in operation with snow tubing, snowshoeing, and cross-country ski equipment rental. The center may be found by walking down the concrete trail to Long Valley. During summer weekends, state park volunteers conduct nature walks through Long Valley. Times are posted at the mountain station.
Welcome to our mountain station, folks. As we do dock the car, we will bump the sides just a bit. Please make sure you're holding on once again.